Happy Wednesday, 7th grade. Go ahead and hit pause to try to figure out the part of speech and definition of deterred. Okay, so part of speech, very easy. We have the word deter and deter-id. There's only one part of speech that changes based on tense, and that is a verb. Very good. Let's look at this image to try to figure it out. The definition. Weather never deterred Jody from playing golf. As you can see in the image, looks like there's like a tornado outside, and yet Jody continues to play golf. So weather never blanked Jody from playing golf. Weather never stopped Jody from playing golf. Weather never prevented Jody from playing golf. Exactly. So that is what deterred means. It means to hinder, to stop, to prevent. To deter someone is to prevent them. Brian's broken leg prevented him from playing softball. Very good. Okay, my friends, very first thing I need to talk to you about today is attendance. This is very, very important. I'm going to go to my class page. This is for Lit. This is very, very important, my friends. When I post a video, underneath it, I'm always going to say, please make sure you comment below when you are done. That is very important. So after you watch this YouTube video, please comment done down below. That's very important for us to prove to the state that you have actually attended school. Okay, so please make sure you are doing that. Second, very important thing I need to talk to you about is turning in your homework. Okay, this is very important, again, to make sure that we can count these as actual school days. Okay, when you are turning in your work, try your best to turn it in on Google Classroom. Try your best. You're going to be expected to do this in high school, and you're going to be expected to do it in college. I expect that you try to do it now. Okay, so try your best and try to turn in your homework before the next class. You have homework that's due Friday. I'm going to go over that in a moment. The homework is due Friday at 7:59 because that is when our next class is. Our next remote learning day is Friday. So you have all of today, Wednesday, and all of Thursday to read and to record a signpost and to create a discussion question. Okay? So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you one more time how to submit homework. Okay? So your homework that's due for Friday is to read, record a signpost, and create a discussion question. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to classwork. Okay? I think it's easier than the stream because anytime something new gets posted, it goes to the top. So let's go to classwork. The first thing I want to look at is the reading schedule. Okay, so if you look through your stream, through the classwork, you'll notice there are all of these assignments. Clipboard means assignment, but you have a schedule, that's a material. Click on the schedule and actually click on the document, and this tells you what page numbers are due when. So for Friday, Drum Scrolls and Dangerous Pie is going to be reading those pages, 64 to 113. Okay? So first step, make sure you know what pages are due. Next, we're on our classwork. It's also on the stream, but let's stay on classwork. Your homework, again, it's due Friday at right around 8 a.m. Okay? So click on that. Click on the assignment. And then click on the doc that is created for you. Okay? Once you click on the doc, it will pop up. It'll be blank. I filled this in earlier. Okay? All you need to do, record signposts. I found one on page 55. It was a memory moment, brief notes. Steven remembered blah, blah, blah. Okay? Just brief notes about it. Down here, make one signpost, discussion question, write your quote. Suddenly Steven realized, I'm making this up, obviously, off the top of my head. Okay, so make sure you write the quote the right way. For the anchor question, the anchor questions are all down here. You can literally just copy, Control C. and paste right there. Oops, I don't like how that looked. So I'll just do, oh my golly, sorry about this, folks. Copy, Control C. Over here, we'll hit Control V to paste. And then to make your discussion question, just make this anchor question more specific. How might Stephen realizing blah, blah, blah change his actions? Okay? When you are done, please hit Turn In. Okay? And please try to do your homework on Google Docs. Okay? If you can't, and you need to do it in a notebook or on a separate sheet of paper, that is fine. Okay? You could have your parents send me a picture. That would be fine. Eventually, you're going to need to turn this work in. In order for us to count you as having attended school, you're going to have to complete all of your work. Okay? If you turn it in online, you're getting better at doing so. You're preparing yourself for high school, and then you don't have the opportunity to lose your homework, right? Like if you do it on a separate sheet of paper, you could lose it. So don't do that. Just turn it in. Please hit Turn In when you're done. Okay? So that is how you do the homework. Obviously, if you find more signposts, you can get bonus points. And quite a few of you already got bonus points. Okay? So just keep plugging in other signposts that you notice. Okay? All right, so let's go back to the PowerPoint. That is your homework that is due on Friday. Let's continue with our story of Milo the Miraculous. I am wondering if you can find the 3 types of irony in this story. Okay, so this is number 1. Do you notice situational, dramatic, or verbal irony? All right, Milo, we need to focus and practice our voices for the big performance. What do you mean, practice? I always sound this amazing. Milo licked his paw, and then he started wrenching at his nail. I'll never practice. Quit chopping! That's what got us, I mean you, into this mess. Mr. O chastised Milo. Oh, away, you starveling elfskin! Milo stood up, twirled his plumage, and then plopped, exposing his fairer half to Mr. O. Milo! Milo, go in your crate! That was way out of line! Mrs. O sternly reprimanded Milo. Oh, awesome! I sure do love my crate! Milo humped. Huh! Then he sauntered off, sassily swaying his hips with each step. So this whole page, I think there's one example of irony. I'm going to reread a important word, or quote, sorry, and I'm going to read it in an American accent because I think it'll make it more obvious what type of irony it is, okay? Awesome! I love my crate! Maybe that'll help. If you need more time, hit pause. Number 2. So Mr. O practiced his voices alone. Milo had no idea how epic his role was, but Mr. O knew that it is the best role in the entire play. Oh, this night I hold an old accustomed feast, Mr. O intoned, trying to mimic an older gentleman, but ended up sounding exactly like a slack-jawed macaw. Like a slack-jawed macaw? Wait a minute! At this feast will there be grilled sweet potato? Milo's ears perked up. I guess we'll never know, will we? Mr. O scowled. So we've got one type of irony on page 2. Think about it. When it says Mr. O knew that it was the best role in the play, but Milo had no idea, what type of irony is that? Hit pause if you need more time. Number 3. Mr. O continued to recite his lines. Okay, that can start us with Romeo? Huh? You can start us with Romeo, huh? Wait a minute, so I actually get to say fiddlestick? And I get a sword fight? Oh, this changes everything! Oh, I'll practice with ya. Wait, but you said you'd never... Oh, yeah, whatever. Let's get this show on the road, Milo interjected. So Milo and Mr. O rehearsed their lines all night. But then... I'm not going to tell you what happened. Suspense! Okay, my friends. What type of irony do we find on this page? Let's start with this page as we go over the answers. Milo says earlier that he will never, ever practice his voices because he's full of himself. He's got hubris, cough, cough. And yet, here he says he will practice. Seems a little unexpected. What type of irony is that when something unexpected happens? That would be situational irony. Very good. Number 1, Milo says, I love my crate. But then you can tell by his body language, ugh, and when he sassily walks away, that he means the opposite. He says one thing but means the opposite. We call that sarcasm. We call that verbal irony. Very good. Last example, Mr. O knows that this is the greatest role. Mercutio is the greatest role in the entire play, but Milo has absolutely no idea. What type of irony is that where the reader and maybe one of the characters knows more than another character? We know more than a character. That is dramatic irony. Very, very good. Okay. So now I want to talk to you about what you're going to do today for in-class work. Okay? So I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to do. So you're going to go to Google Classroom. On Google Classroom, there is an assignment, and it's called In-Class Discussion Wednesday, 3/25. That is today's date. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the doc, and you're going to comment at least twice. Okay? You are going to comment at least twice on this doc. So once again, this is on the stream. You can also find it in classwork, in-class discussion. Click on the doc, and I would like you to comment at least 2 times. These questions are the questions that you and your group came up with. Okay? So I copied them from your homework. This is why it's so important for you to turn in your homework and to turn it in online, because I'm going to take your questions and post them in this discussion page so that you and your group can actually have a discussion. Okay? So I need you to post at least 2 times, and I need you to sign your name after each post, so that way I know that you have answered a question. You'll see I have a question for you, and you'll see that your classmates have asked questions, okay? So go ahead and just write an answer and sign your name. So for example, if I answered my Mr. O's question, Stephen plays the drums during a rough morning. How does playing the drums affect Stephen? Stephen always plays the drums when ... I'm not going to give it away, what I actually think. And I'm going to sign it as Mr. O. That's very important, so that way I can give you credit for participating in class. You're going to get a grade for participating. Now, if you do not see your question, that's because you didn't turn in your homework. So you need to make sure that you turn in your homework before Friday's class. So that way on Friday, when you and your group have your discussion, you'll have everybody's question. Okay? Please let me know if you have any questions. You can ask me the questions on the stream. You can ask me a question about a certain assignment if you go to private comments. Okay? Stay awesome. When you are done with the video, right now, you finished the video, please go right here and comment and say that you finished watching the video. All right, and then click on in-class discussion and go ahead and answer those questions.